This video is about driving by Cabancalan Road, Mandawi City and around Mactan Island. I'm now turning on to the Cabancalan Road, Mandawi City, Cebu, and only a few of the people knows because they asked me when I feature where is Cabancalan, when I feature those business premises here before for the pricing videos. Some are asking where is Cabancalan. So this is the Cabancalan Road that belongs to the jurisdiction of Mandawi City. So here you got the North Townhomes, and you got the branch of the NPC, National Power Corporation. So this is one of the wide roads that belongs to Mandawi. As you know, there's 2 lanes both sides, so those buses can able to park there without interfering the main traffic on the road. It's always raining here every afternoon. We're lucky right now that it seems to be delayed. We're expecting it to be pouring now, but it seems to be clearing out. So we have a low pressure area and somewhere, and we are experiencing this rains every day for the last week. So on your right, that's the Emerald Estate, and here is on the left where the bus just got off, that's Lowalde. The clothing lines. So further on, we will go straight on to the first bridge of Mactan Cebu Island connection, and we go around Mactan Island towards the other bridge. We get off to the second bridge of Maktan. After, I'll give you a tour around in by Opon, then Marigondon, to the airport road, to the export processing town, the maps. Then we go back to there by a second bridge towards Mandawi City. So there's St. Therese Home Food here, and also this is where you find the Cabancalan Barangay Hall on this road, and then across there is the STS stainless steel kitchen equipments, like STS Global Creation, that you can see up ahead on the left side. That's where you find your kitchenwares, kitchen stuff. That's stainless steels from Korea, and that's the Cabancalan Barangay Hall. So there's a road there that you can see they're turning right, or left rather, towards AS Fortuna. Sendai Motors are now situated here. They transferred from their main road, main branch there in Cabancalan still, but they are transferred in a smaller location. So we are now coming to a road on the right. That is the Hernan Cortez Road. And also here, this is the Eisen Surplus on the left side. There you can see, that's where you buy multi-cabs at very reasonable price. That's most of the multi-cab dealers around here are ordering parts or like consolidating their imports for them, because they are one of the biggest importer of multi-cabs and, you know, the use parts, use big trucks as well, elves and all that from Japan. So most of the dealers are actually buying from Eisen. So here is Cabancalan Elementary School. We just passed by, because we are actually driving through the whole stretch of Cabancalan Road. There you can see on the left side, there's got Bilateral subdivision, Green Hill subdivision, Macro subdivision. So inside there's actually 3 subdivisions. The so-called middle class subdivisions. So here we go. This is quite busy during rush hour. It's now starting to, because this area here is the market of Cabancalan. Then you can see up ahead on your left side, that's the Gaisano capital. It's now called the Kasuntingan. So around here, Cabancalan, and this is now the Kasuntingan. From where we start, it's called Cabancalan, but this one is now Kasuntingan. Because even if you live in Cebu Island, not everyone knows the different roads, especially if you're from the south of Cebu City. You're not so familiar with the north side Cebu City, and likewise. So we have to go here and go back to our lane. So there's a lot of motorcycle shops, motorcycle repair shop, ones that selling actual motorcycles as well around here. There in the left, there's a new motorcycle brand that's around here in Cebu City called Benelli. I'll feature that one day. So I'll rather run through this road towards Talamban than the other side of the AS Fortuna way, because this is area here got wider roads than the AS Fortuna, so it's the traffic is not so much. And on your left is the another food marketplace called the Marketplace, JJ Marketplace. So like a food park. Wow, I like it that the sun's up again, because like I said, we have a lot of rains for over a week now, every afternoon and in the evenings. We are now coming towards the end of Cabancalan Road. You also see up ahead there the Nissan showroom, Nissan cars, Asian Alloy. It's a hardware that sells different kinds of welding machines, welding machines, cut-off machines, construction machines. That's from China, so you can see it's a bit cheaper, but you can choose between class A to class C. See, on the right side, that's where you get the small tradesmen. There's like a saw shop, Eric saw shop. That's where they sharpen your saw tools in there, and you also can buy some tools there that they had for sale. But I know that shops there are catering to sharpening your handsaw and other stuff that needs sharpening for your tools. And then right next to it are the shops that what you call it, carve thick rubber tires to your, like if you are requiring like mounts that needs rubber, like you have to have a you are so tight with budget in changing your car mounts, they can accommodate it there. You'll be surprised how skilled is those people carving all the old tires in making mounts and other rubber needs by using the old tires. Because we got some mounts of the multi-cab been made there, and they can quickly knock it off and make it than buying a new one. We just use our old one and they just replace the rubber on the mounts. And also you can buy those, wrecked cars. They get some of the parts there. Sometimes they do sell some parts from the wrecked cars, but it's just knowing that they are there. Because I used to buy that there. You can see how dirty it is there, but for car parts, that's cheap. For multi-cabs, it's quite a good buy in there. So here we are going to the traffic light on the crossing of Mandawi Highway, and we are going straight because we are going to Mactan Island via First Bridge. Well, I think we're gonna have to stop because it's red light. Yeah, okay, go. So we're gonna have to wait here. This is quite a busy area around here because there are a few private markets that you can buy stuff food-wise around here. That's Bamaka meat shop. Of course, that's the meat shop with freezers and fridge, so you can expect the price is a bit higher. But just around this area to the crossing of Cabancalan, Kasuntingan, and then the overpass of the highway, under there across there's another market, and around here little public markets or little private markets, like what's happening around here on the side. Glad that the sun is showing. The dark cloud seems to ebb out. So it's now green. We'll continue on our trip. I'm going straight on towards the first Mactan Bridge, and just let this go on. So you also see around this area there's a few small hotels that people can hire and have their stay, like the Dohera Hotel, the Kofenhagen Hotel. There's the Suzuki spare parts and service center for Suzuki motorbikes. The Kia Motors there is already closed since the pandemic. It's supposed to be their Mandawi branch. But most of you will be familiar with this area because before the second bridge, this is the only way to go to Maktan if you are traveling by automobiles. So the other way there to go is by the barge. There will be like 2 more traffic light stop before we can go reach the first bridge. So that's the Kasuntingan Barangay ambulance. It's quite posh than the other ambulance that I see in some barangays. So if you're traveling here on this road, would rather be on the left side more, because before you join the first bridge, like this lane here, you should be more on this side, because going up the first bridge, it's only 1 lane left, and you don't want to be going towards the right because that will go through straight to under the bridge. So this is the other crossing. Oh, they are stopping. I'll go straight in, and that's the last crossing with the traffic lights on our trip. That's the Kofenhagen Hotel, one of those hotels that I said that you can stay on around this area. Another thing that you will notice around here, there's a lot of vendors, and also unfortunately there's also a lot of children asking for coins or whatever, begging. Not right now because it's very hot, but sometimes they do endure the heat just to beg around the streets. So we are now waiting for the traffic lights. We'll have to pause for a while. So now it's green. I gotta go here on the left side lane because this will be the one that goes straight to the first bridge. You will notice on the end of some of the cars are starting to go on this lane. So if you're traveling around here, make sure you stay on the left lane. See what I mean? There are a lot of kids there walking around begging. They are the children that comes from the little villages around behind those buildings, you know. So there's another Kofenhagen Hotel around here. This is the first branch, I suppose, and that one in Mandawi area, the main one. Oh, Kofenhagen East. See what I mean? You have to stay here because the next lane on the right is going under the bridge. Now we are going up the bridge. First, Cebu Mactan Bridge. You can see that building on the left is the University of Cebu, their Mandawi branch. So people that's coming here, you notice that the first bridge is now color orange. And all those houses that you see on the right side underneath the bridge, that's the Look Mandawi villages. Carrying about 5 sacks full of plastic and metal collection from the garbage. So they are still working on screening out this bridge on the side. I think it's to prevent people from jumping out from here. So that's still the General Milling Corporation, makers of our local flour here. Baking stuff. So I'm here stuck in up the bridge. I'm almost on the landing side of the foot of the bridge. Landing side. I just call it the landing side, but I want you to see that. Look at the contrast of it. There's that village near the edge of the water. That's just all the houses seems to be on sticks on top above the water, and you can imagine when the water rise up, they all be flooded. You can see it better from here. Those people are living on danger all the time when it's raining, you know, or a little typhoon that will make the water rise up, that it will cover up their houses, but they still come back and rebuild. There. So let's pause for a while because of the traffic. So continuing on, it seems like the traffic is now flowing good. Hopefully. We are now on the Mactan Island jurisdiction. I will take you to the right side first, then we'll turn around to the open market and going around Marigondon Road, and then we come out to the airport road towards the second bridge. The WISE Immigration and Study Headquarters. So we're passing through the open public market. So traffic start to pile up now as early as this. It's not even school time yet, but during school days, especially now that we're back to the normal school face-to-face, this area here is always clogged up. So this is the way to open public market. That's their new terminal for public transport here on the left side. That's where you catch the jeepneys, the tricycles, going to your different workplaces around Maktan. This is the arcade, newly painted, and right next to it is the Super Metro. There's the Bihar terminal on the left side. And going to the public market, we need to turn on the right side here. You can't go straight up. The plate number maker there. Another one. Now in Poblacion area of Lapu-Lapu, or in Mactan, Poblacion, Mactan Island. So you can see there's a lot of vendors now because we are right in the open market. But we will not be going through the market. I'll feature it in a different video. We will just pass here and continue our driving tour. There's a lot of old clothes for sale, or the ukay-ukay. another ukay place. That's a big one. We'll continue on to going to Marigondon. Here we go here. Tricycles. That's their means of transport here, mainly tricycles and motorbike if you don't have your own private vehicle. That's Access Pension Hotel. This is Humay Street in Paho, Barangay Paho, Lapu-Lapu City. Tricycles terminal around in Barangay Paho. Ouch. Apartments here. I have known someone before that rents an apartment here when I was still working in the export processing zone. That time it's already like $6,000 an apartment, maybe now be times 5. And the 3 girls that I know working for me, they are sharing the rent. Here is going to the Hoops Dome of Lapu-Lapu City. There you can see up ahead on the right side, that's the Hoops Dome of Lapu-Lapu City. That's where all the major events of Lapu-Lapu City is held. It's quite a big area though, covered area. Look, the historic resort city Hope's Dome. They are still repairing it. You know, in Cebu City, that's where they held it in Cebu Coliseum before. Now the Cebu Coliseum is owned privately by the University of Cebu. I don't know where we're gonna have a big area, but usually it's in the Abiliana grounds, where it's gonna be held all these big events of the city, because of it's quite a big place as well in there. So we're gonna go left, going around Mactan area. This is nice driving around this, because the road here is quite wide. Well, rough road a little bit. Okay, motormate. This is C. Osmeña Street. Fish shop in there. So we're gonna go on the right, following the highway. So across there is the, what's this, you know, where all the branded stuff is, the outlets. But we will be taking you around the roads of Maktan. So that's Pueblo Verde there. It's right next to the outlets, where there's a grocery and a big terminal for public transport. You can catch it there. There's SM Hypermarket located here next to Robinson Supermarket. So you can see it's becoming congested as the hour is progressing. This is the Ipo market. So this is very commercialized around here. There's a few malls there. You can see there's a big Jollibee. This is the Mactan Center. I think it is. I forgot. We'll see in a minute. Because the last time I was here, it doesn't look like that. the signs has been blown away by Odette. That's why. Okay, go faster. There's BBN's hotel. Up ahead is the sign of McDonald's. I could remember when this road here is only like a couple of lanes. One lane for going back and one lane for going forward. And so you can imagine how congested it is. It is now. Because Basa, actually this is part of Barangay Basak, Lapu-Lapu City, is one of their like commercialized area here in Lapu-Lapu City. That's a Korean restaurant. So that's the Mactan Town Center here in Barangay Basak, Lapu-Lapu City. That's the factory area, Cebu Light Industrial Park. So that's what all about the little shops, little eateries catering to the workers of employees of those factories that's inside the Cebu Light Industrial Park. So you got people selling food already wrapped in plastic bags to take on. Better roads though, wider, because it's so traffic here in Basak. Way back my factory days. And you'll notice that the petrol prices have gone down a little bit, not a lot, because we are like anticipating it to go up to 100 pesos, but now it's back to around the 70. I just fill up a tank and it was 74 and 59 cents per liter. See how Basak is so congested and so progressive as well, because a lot of commercial centers around. You got people on the bicycle as well, just block you. This is the Cebu Mactan Doctors Hospital, again located in Basak. Then the Gaisano Capital Mart. See what I mean? Living around the area, if you like access to different facilities, will be better in Basak. But also the traffic, the congestion, you can see that the road now is back to just 2 lanes. So that's the diagnostic centers there. Gaisano Gran is up ahead. 915 Auto Parts, Smart, Lapu-Lapu Cottages and Restaurant. On the right side, this hotel is called Hotel Europa Basa branch. So there's a lot of tiny hotels around. Budget hotels, I call it. But it seems closed. I haven't taken advantage of the opening of the island now, or the country. So Hotel Europa is closed. Congestion. There, there's the biker on the bicycle just intertwined himself left and right with the traffic. They don't have, I've noticed they don't have the separate bicycle lane. Now you can see, if that one there was not widened, this is the road, the original road. This is the way that you travel, so slow, stop and go. So we can pause for a while waiting for the traffic to go green. So we're still easing up slowly out of the Basa Road. You can see that that's Quezon Grand Mall sign is still there. We haven't even passed it, so that's how congested now. You can see the little vendors around here with bananas, 40 pesos per kilo. Tricycle. During the pandemic days, you could only ride a tricycle, only one passenger per cab. So you could imagine how much the drivers are earning in those times, because right now they can get more passengers in normally. So a lot of them are not plying the road for tricycles. So there's a new one there, Don Benito's Filipino Delicacies. This is the Basa Public Market. So you have to go inside there to get your fish and meat on those little kiosks. The road is rough here. Never been fixed. it's flooding on this side of the road, on the left side. There, you can see on the side there's a little hotel called Hotel California, but they lost their I and E. So that's the buses that serves the public here. No aircon, so it's like a jeepney. Okay, go now, please. See, you gotta have to be alert because they just go in front of you without signal. That's a big hole. So they're doing the drainage here. That's where you park for the Quezano Grand Mall on the left side. There's quite an ample parking space under the building, the basement one. Deca Homes, Mactan 3. What a big hole that is. Can you imagine if you're drunk driving at night? That's Anjoville Apartments. Palm Tree Village. This is now Barangay Agus, Villas Magallanes. Go. Surplus Center. $13.49. Kosuba is there. The beach part had sun. We are now on Barangay Maribago. This is the island town center here in Maribago, Mactan. The Nongki, this is way on the right side is going to J Park Mall, J Park Island and Resort. They even have casinos there, and you can see around here there's a lot of Korean commercial places because of J Park is owned by a Korean, so their guests are mostly Korean. I'm gonna have to change camera. The battery is warning me I gotta stop. So continuing on, we are still here in the Maribago Road, and it's all traffic because they're sorting out the drainage here on the side, so they're digging holes there. Mactan Road. EGI Resort Hotel. Petrol K, Big Taco. What are you waiting? Go. Save More on the left side, Maribago Road. And here is the Magal commercial space where there's McDonald's here in Maribago. It's called the Maribago Coast Center. Protect Maribago Bay Project. Spa World is reopened. So if you go on the right side, that will take you to Blue Water, Maribago, and Tambuli, Costa Bella, and other small resort there. There are diggings everywhere here, making the roads narrower. lot of like pubs, bars by Koreans is already closed. They're digging again in here, so it'll be narrower. Red Crab Seafood Restaurant. Two Koreans walking. Seems like the whole stretch of this Maribago Road is dug up for the drainage problem. Sorting it out now. Jumbo 7 Seafood and Barbecue on the right side. That's a new one, now open. Indeed, it is the whole road, stretch of the Maribago Road. All these diggings happening. Commuters waiting for their ride. There's a public market. Continue. that's like a food park. Yes, it is a food park, like Cebu Mercado. Apartments there is called Very Good House, H Mart, and this is a lot of Korean businesses around here, another area. Oh, you can tell by so there's a new commercial center that just opened. It's called LG Green Garden Walk Maktan. This on the right side where you catch the ferry going to Olango Island. You go there, ride a bike, motorcycle I mean, then you can catch the ferry going to Olango or Santa Rosa. This is Mactan New Town on the right side as well. We won't be going to the other side. On the right side we're going to the left towards the Mactan Bridge, but that's the way to the Mactan Shrine on the right. If you go on the right, that's the way to the Mactan Shrine, Punta Ingenio, and the other resorts, the Shangri-La and like the Hilton, it's and other resorts there. This is the Tambayan sa Mactan food restaurants, different Filipino food, barbecue grill. The Mactan Elementary School, Highway Lapu-Lapu City. Go. It's now on rush hour, so I'm expecting to get stuck in traffic now. So this is now the highway, and you can see the roads are paved, roads are wider, beautified, most of it. That's Bigfoot Film Studios, where people that like to study filmmaking go to, but I don't think they're open. It's been closed for a while now since the pandemic. pole, that they didn't fix that one. That's a gasoline station that's been blown away on the December Typhoon Odette. So this is the terminal here of the jeepneys, because this is where another public market is located. There's this area around here got better roads than the other side of Mactan Island, because this is where most of the hotels and resorts are located around this area. So at the beginning of this video, you see that I take you to the open market, the public market of Lapu-Lapu City, then go around some of the barangays that's well populated, and that's why it's quite popular. Now you can see why jeepneys has to have a side opening to go up and down, because passengers, when they get off from the jeepney, they just straight on cross the street. That's why a lot has been reported, been run over or bump on. Fixing that side of the road. It's not 2 lane here now, 1 lane each for now. While they're working on the road. See if they pick up passenger. Look at all the ones following us, because it's a single lane. Just clog up. processing zone. You can see employees are walking on the sidewalk. I think it's now dismissal for some of the ships and the factory. So both sides, left and right, are part of the Mactan export processing zone. Dark clouds are back, so that's why I'm adjusting the camera, otherwise it's so dark. Nice wide roads around here and nice sidewalks as well. But unfortunately, this can't be like this all over the Mactan Island, because like the ones that the beginning of the video, this is where most of the populated areas and all the like public commercial markets. That's why it can't be like this. And if you go on the left side, you know that it's on the way to the airport. So we are now plugged up. Let me go on this side to see if we can go through. So you can see it's really busy because most of the factories here are operating between 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and it's now dismissal times of most employees. You can see them on the left side on the queue going out of the Mactan Export Processing Zone 2. See the influx of workers coming out from their factories. That is the second gate of Mactan Export Processing Zone. I know that because I used to work here during my younger days. There they are going up the overpass. Can they still fit on the jeepney? Come on. There's the traffic enforcer is telling him to go through. So look at all the workers waiting for the ride home. So the jeepneys there are waiting for their passengers. Look at all the queue to go to the jeepney waiting area. And that's the Island Mall. And if you go on the right side from this road, on the right side, that will be taking you to the Mactan International Airport. So from Mactan, this is the view or the sceneries that you will be encountering from the moment you left the plane of Mactan Island. So I am now on my way to the second bridge of Maktan. Come on, jeepneys. They're just... Now you can see we're almost on the foot of the second bridge, because you can see them coming down from the other side, and we are going up. If this jeepney will not be blocking. ride. This will take you down to the community under the bridge of second bridge of Maktan. So this is the way to go up the second bridge. So we are now on the second